AI is not the future. The future is cybernetic. And what that means for you, I will show you that in a minute. Come with me. My name is Romano Ross and I am the Chief of Cybernetic Transformation and a partner at Zühlke. I work now for Zühlke since 23 years. I joined Zühlke directly after university as a junior .NET engineer, became then an expert software engineer, then an architect, and finally a consultant. And one thing that was always close to my heart is how can we automate things? How can we ensure the quality of what we are building? How can we build the technology foundation of whole organizations? And how can we transform the organization across the value stream so that we can continuously deliver value to the customer? And when the whole agile, DevOps, platform engineering and AI movement started, I jumped right on top of that, became one of the organizers of the DevOps Meetup Zurich, which is a monthly meetup with over 2,500 subscribers. I'm also one of the organizers of the DevOps Days Zurich, which is a yearly 2-day conference in Zurich, and these DevOps days, they are all around the world in all of the big cities, and I'm the president of the DevOps Days Zurich. Now you can see these topics lie very close to my heart. This is also why I have my own YouTube channel with over 250 videos on YouTube all around these topics. I also post a lot or tweet a lot on the different social media channels, and I'm currently also writing my own book about the Cybernetic Enterprise, which will be released around August this year. I'm also a lecturer at the HSLU for digital transformation, for enterprise architecture, and for DevOps. I also work in different projects with different customers in different industries, and currently I'm also the product manager of a cybernetic platform that we are building at Zühlke. Do you also sometimes feel like me, completely overwhelmed about all of these AI news and new product launches, new model launches, new technologies all around AI that are coming up? The newest trend, for example, is Vibecoding, where you do not write code, you just write what you want to have and the code is directly generated. This was introduced in end of February 2025 by Andrej Karpathy, and now we already have 2 books with 0 experience behind it. Some top managers are coming to me and they are telling me we don't need any developers in the future. What do you think? Do you also think that AI will replace all of the developers? And have you already built something with AI? I probably assume you have, but have you already let an AI develop a complex system, like for example, an air traffic control system? Probably not. And what do you think? Will AI in the future develop and operate complex systems like an air traffic system on their own? Difficult to answer. The latest trend at the moment is that companies want to be AI first companies, whatever the hell that means. We are completely trapped in a hype at the moment, and there are even numbers, data, facts that show you that. When you look at the investments, and here you can see on the left side the investments in AI since 2023, you can see in 2025 there is an estimation that we will invest into AI roughly $1,000 billion only this year. versus the estimated revenue on AI is roughly 120 billion US dollar. You can see there is a slight gap in there. Of course, that gap comes from estimated efficiency gains that we think can happen through AI. Now, one thing that is important here, there was also a time where we also thought about these efficiency gains and or these revenues that we can get out of a new technology. And now you also know how old I am, because in the year roughly 2000 there was the internet or .com bubble coming up. All of the companies wanted to have their online shop or their internet thingy, and we had quite a lot of startups that created something around the internet. Yeah, unfortunately, many of these companies had no real value behind it. And so, to be very precise, on the 10th of March in the year 2000, this whole .com bubble burst and we were falling down. Now, I see sort of the same thing at the moment. I see many companies that want to build an AI thing, and many startups that are selling something around AI. And I also feel that there is an AI bubble coming up. Don't get me wrong, I don't hope that it will burst. I hope it will go on. But when I look at how things are going, I have a little bit the feeling that could burst quite soon. I mean, you can also read the news. This is just the latest news. The Klarna CEO last year said, hey, I get rid of all my support staff. I replace them completely with AI. Now he said, oh, that was not that good. Now I hire again people because we had some quality issues. Also an example of it, and when you read down there, there is even some more text on the AI return on investment, which is not there. And also you can see that already some of the companies are not getting the estimated return on investment out of AI, unfortunately. And therefore I say we are living in the area of the AI idiot, where ChatGPT cowboys, clueless politicians and short-term hype managers burn billions on that buzzword. And don't get me wrong, I don't see you as one of these AI idiots. It's really, there are brilliant people out there which do an amazing job researching and coming up with that. But I also see quite a lot of people that just burn billions on AI stuff with no real value behind it. And yet, I think AI is absolutely awesome. I use AI every day. For me, AI is an absolute fantastic tool. That's the important thing. And now, as CTOs, we really need to cut through the fog and focus what truly matters for our company. And when we look at that, what also our task as CTO is that we shape the technology effectively so that we can support the business goals of our company. That's what we need to do. And I can assure you, AI won't fix your broken processes, your broken organization, your broken technology landscape or your broken governance. This is not something that AI will fix for you. Therefore, I say the future is not AI. The future is cybernetic. And when I say cybernetic, then I mean that we build an adaptive system where process, organization, technology, governance, yes, and AI, together with the humans, operate in a constant feedback loop to continuously improve and support our company's business goals. This is where we are heading right now. And the key to such a cybernetic enterprise is having the right foundation. That is absolutely key. Now, as I always say, we are entering the age of industrialization of digital or cyber-physical product development. Now, when you look how many companies are operating at the moment, they create custom-made software with internal teams, with external teams, or even with mixed teams. But they operate on their own environment and bring that into production. This leads us with a huge landscape, with huge different methodologies, and of course that increases massively the cognitive load and also the complexity behind that. Where the industry is at the moment moving is to build platforms where these digital products or these cyber-physical products are developed in a standardized way with standardized services and standardized products. And by the way, when we look at the industry, this has already been done for centuries, standardizing to cut costs, improve collaboration, and ensure the consistency of quality. This is already done in the industry sectors for decades. Now, when we look at the target operating model of such a cybernetic enterprise, then you can see that at the moment we are operating with multiple autonomous teams, which is great, the autonomous. But what you can see is that the technology stack is quite high, which has a lot of complexity in there, and the teams feel quite overloaded. Where we are moving is into the direction of having a target operating model where the product teams are creating their digital products or their cyber-physical products, or even modules for cyber-physical products in there. So the technology stack is there smaller because they can focus on the user value and the features that they are creating. And on the bottom, we have a platform team that creates a self-service platform where we have the large part of the technology stack in there. Now you can see this platform thing. That's an important thing. Let's dive a little bit deeper into that. So when we look at that concept, then we have a platform team that creates this cybernetic platform. This is a self-service platform. This is an internal product in your company. It is custom made for your company because it supports your product teams that create the products for your customer. That's the important thing. Therefore, this cybernetic platform has all of the tools in there that your product teams need. It has all the capabilities in there that your product team need. The product teams by themselves, they create the digital products or the cyber-physical products or even modules of a larger product. Now, they are always end-to-end responsible. They build it and they run it. Now the important thing, let's pick, for example, the capability of observability. Now, the platform team over the cybernetic platform delivers this capability to the product teams, which means they, for example, deliver Grafana, they deliver default dashboards, all of that. The product teams, they will use what is delivered by the platform team for monitoring their solution. The doing of monitoring is done by the product teams, not by the platform team. And this is the big difference in here in this approach that we have here. Now you will say, okay, Romano, I got the theory, but how does that look like in practice? And have you already done that? Yes, of course, we have done that. Also, Zühlke is a cybernetic enterprise, and we have our own cybernetic platform. Of course we have that, because with that we can deliver faster value to our clients. We use this cybernetic platform for our internal projects that we are doing, so for our internal applications. We use them for customer projects that we have. When a customer does not have such a platform, then we use our own platform. And of course, we use that whole platform for customers. So we give that to customers, or we give parts of it to customers, or we use it as a blueprint to create new platforms for our customers. On top, you can see the people that are using the platform. You can see we have a CLI and we have a portal, and the different users, they are using the tools that they need to build their products. And don't get me wrong, the products can be completely different for your cybernetic platform. On top, we have the internal developer portal. Usually companies are using Backstage for that. We have developed our own internal developer portal, and as you can see, we did domain-driven design. We identified all of the bounded context. Below is then the provisioning and automation layer. There many companies are struggling at the moment, and below that we have the unified integration blocks with the adapters, where we are integrating the tools directly into the platform. And this is also the important thing. Don't integrate the tools together, always integrate them over the platform. With that, you can get rid of these tools if you need so. The whole concept is called floating platform concept. This is from Gregor Hoppe out of his book, The Platform Strategy, where we create a floating platform, where we integrate all of the tools, the DevOps platform and the cloud providers. And with that, we get that level of standardization. We don't duplicate any features. This is also why we give the tools directly to our customers, so that our platform does not begin to sink. Now, some of you will say, but Romano, where is AI in that picture? Usually AI is everywhere. Yes, AI is just a capability of your platform. You are giving over this platform the AI capability to the company, to the whole company, but also to the development team. And that's an important thing. For example, we as Zühlke, we also have a cybernetic delivery platform, and we give the AI capability in form of chat bots that we have created, in form of applications that are using AI to our whole enterprise. But we are also giving AI through this platform to our developers, so that they can either build awesome stuff for internal applications, but of course also for our customers. Now, when we zoom into that, then you can see that on the top layer we have the applications with chatbots and synthetic test data, AI coding assistance, all of that. Then we have a layer for prompt engineering, vector databases and RAG solutions, where we have the whole tooling that we are providing over the platform. And then we have on the third level the model layer, where you have the model hubs, where you store the different models, or even say which models that should be used. And on the bottom line, you have the Gen AI infrastructure, which goes on-prem or into the cloud. And with that, you can standardize and govern your AI usage in your company. Now, as you can see, we are completely moving away from that enterprise where when you wanted to do a customer project or bring something to the market, you had a set of services that were just there and you didn't know how to use them. You needed to create tickets and wait for weeks to get something into an area where you have a clean enterprise with a clean factory where every service is fully automated. You can go over a self-service portal, get your service and build awesome products for your customer. And this is the foundation for our Cybernetic Enterprise, which is a continuously evolving, self-regulating system that learns through feedback loops and adapts intelligently to the ever-changing world where humans and AI are working together. And in summary, when we look at it, then we are truly trapped in an AI hype at the moment. We as CTOs, we need to cut through the fog and see what truly matters. And this is that we need to create the foundation for our Cybernetic Enterprise. We need, with platform engineering, to create our cybernetic delivery platform, which is a floating platform where AI is a service that we are delivering to the whole company, but also to our development teams. And this is how we build a cybernetic enterprise. And you can clearly see that the future belongs to those who master the symphony of organization, process, technology, governance, and AI. And this is the way how you build your own cybernetic enterprise. Thank you very much.